Okay, so I was sitting here and I was thinking, oh my gosh, like I love making TikTok videos, I love doing TikTok lives, I love doing all this stuff, blah 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 blah. And my brother was like, why aren't you making YouTube videos? And I'm like, well, how am I gonna edit them? How am I gonna do this? What am I gonna post? Blah blah blah. And I love when you get a man's perspective, because honestly, sometimes I just be overthinking everything and the dumbest things possible. He's like, just do it, just post it, just if you want to buy a GoPro and start making videos, just make them. Just do them. So this is not like an intro video. I just decided I'm gonna react to Am I the Asshole things from Reddit, because why would I do something else when that's what's calling to me and when that's what I like to watch? So it's pretty self-explanatory. Cheers to you, babe. Okay, we're reading Am I the Asshole? Okay, this one was 12 days ago. Am I the asshole? Okay, sorry, jeez. I got stressed. I need to find somewhere to put this, but it's so good. Am I the asshole for telling my best friend I understood why his fiance is so disappointed that he proposed to her at the gym? Okay, wait a minute. Proposed at the gym? I, 27 female, was excited when my best friend, 27 male, is that not already a red flag? Besides the point, told me he had proposed to his girlfriend, 29 female. He said he had he had the proposal on video. I was so confused when the video started out in the women's gym. When I saw his girlfriend on an exercise machine in the video, I had a bad feeling. She looked so shocked and she said yes. She only had looked happy for 2 minutes, and then the rest of the time, she gave an insincere smile. I mean, obviously, she was getting her workout in. My best friend expressed frustration that his fiance had confessed she wasn't happy with the proposal after he had asked her, and that's why she looked so sad. Well, no duh. Like, okay, whatever. He was venting to me and asked me how would I feel if a guy proposed to me while I was at the gym. I guess he really expected me to agree with him, but I said I'd hate it. Yeah, obviously. And also, why are you talking to your girl best friend about your fiance? Ugh, that's already a red flag. I said I don't want to be proposed to when I'm all sweaty and stinky at the gym. I basically explained that to him, and I understood why she was disappointed. My best friend called me shallow and a bad friend, and that am I the asshole? Okay, first of all, you're not the asshole, but also, why are you best friends with this guy who just got married and talking about his new fiance privately behind her back? Like, y'all can be best friends, but this, like, and like, it's not that you can't be friends with someone of the opposite gender, but talking about their significant other without them there, that's suspicious. And I don't know why this girl said yes to marrying him. This all feels sus. This all feels really sus. But I agree with you. Nobody would want to be proposed to in a gym, and if they do, that's so odd. There's something wrong with them. There's literally something so wrong with them, which, like, you know, you do you. It just feels odd. Like, that just feels disgusting. I'm really worried about this man. This man is like a red flag. This man is suspicious. Let's see what other people have to say. Someone says, don't ask questions you aren't ready to hear the answer to, ... I mean, I agree with you. A gym is an odd place to propose unless there's a specific reason for it. Like, that's where you met and your love story, or that's how you bonded or whatever. He's just upset that he disappointed a fiance and needs to come to terms with that. Someone saying that the proposal was basically a shit test to see if the fiance was shallow. If we're getting to the stage of, like, you're proposing to me and you're testing me with things like that, I'm sorry, like, you don't know me well enough to be proposing to me. And also, why would you be testing me with one of the things that are supposed to be one of my greatest points in my life? Like, I'd be so thrilled to get proposed to. So put a little effort in it. It doesn't need to be like the biggest thing in the world. It doesn't need to be a grand gesture. It doesn't need to be in front of people. But in the gym when I'm sweaty, like, do you have no thought for anybody other than yourself? I'm sorry, but that's just a no for me. They're just ridiculous. Honestly, I just genuinely think, let's see if they got the asshole badge. They got not an asshole badge. So I agree. I don't think it's their fault. I think that guy sucks. Oh, this one's good. Am I the asshole for hiding food from my roommate? I, 19 female, lived with another girl in college. She consistently would eat my food, and when I caught her, she would caught her say she would say she would replace it, but never did. I finally got a mini fridge for my room and started labeling what I left in the kitchen. She was calling me petty and told our friends I made the apartment hostile. Really don't know how it was my fault. I just don't think I should be feeding the both of us. Am I the asshole for locking up my food and putting it in a mini fridge? Most people are hostile and thieves. Plus, I would be telling your friends that she's a thief. Ask them how they would deal with it, or if they would bring free groceries around to feed both of them to make the place less hostile. Damn, I love that comment. Oh, if it's hostile, you pay for the groceries for the both of us, babe. Hell yeah. Someone says, I never really viewed her as a thief, but I think you're kind of right. The person who posted it. Someone said, honestly, I'd own the hostile because you are, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with protecting what's yours from people lying and a manipulating thief. That's what she's shown herself to be, and you continue to treat her accordingly. The friendship has sailed at this point, so do what you need until the semester/school year ends. I agree. You're not going to make everybody happy with you. Hide your food if someone's eating it, especially when you're a college student. You can't afford that. Just hide the damn food. Get your mini fridge. Spend your money however you want. If they're mad with you, you probably need new friends anyways. Who gives a shit? Don't spend time with people you don't even like. Oh my gosh. Let me reread that. Ask your friends if they think it would be stealing if she walked into a grocery store and took what she wanted without paying. And that's how we're going to end on that one. And that's how we're going to end. They better have got the not an asshole badge. They haven't been voted yet, but to go not an asshole. Wait, did I just vote them wrong? Clearly I don't know how to vote. But I feel like they're not. They're not. This one, let's read this one. Am I the asshole for telling my sister she wasn't always the chosen one? Before my brothers and I were born, my mom had a child with an old friend, Penny, her boyfriend. Penny's biological dad didn't stick around. My mom then met my dad when Penny was 3 and they got married. My dad adopted Penny. My mom then went on to have me and my brothers with her dad. Growing up, Penny was always the apple of my dad's eye. He gave us all attention, but he always went out of his way to make it equal. Around the time she entered her teens, Penny would make the joke, Dad was stuck with you guys, but he chose me, or refer to herself as the chosen one. My brothers and parents always thought it was hilarious. I thought it was obnoxious. Let me get a second. If our brothers and I were ever discussing what traits we did/didn't get from my dad, Penny would break in with I didn't get anything from him except his last name, because I'm the chosen one. Now we're all adults, and Penny still trots that out in front from time to time. Recently, it came up when my siblings and I were with our partners for drinks. One of my brothers has a newish girlfriend, so she wasn't aware. He was shoving it in that she's the chosen one. I admit, I was a little drunk, and I said, chosen by our dad, but you weren't chosen by your dad first, huh? Oh, fuck. Penny got a hurt look on her face. My brothers told me that it was uncalled for. Even the new girlfriend was looking at me like I was a douche. I said this story is just getting old. We've all heard it, and it's a little ridiculous. My boyfriend ended up calling us an Uber and getting me out of there. Well, of course, words got back to our parents, and they're pissed at me, saying I was rude. I said Penny was just being obnoxious. Am I the asshole? So they got the asshole badge. I need to sneeze. Okay, so let's read some of the comments. Yeah, I think what they're saying basically is like Penny was teasing and that person like took it too far. Like it's not a competition. Penny's just trying to like feel like loved in a situation where her dad kind of dipped on her and left her. I think that this person is the asshole, but I understand why they said that because sometimes I say things without thinking about it. Someone says, everybody else thought it was hilarious while you thought it was obnoxious. You didn't need to make a huge bomb and humiliate her in public. Like, you could have discussed it further. Someone says, Penny is overcompensating because she yearns for her bio dad and blames herself for him somehow not being in her life, even if it's not her fault. But such a young age, a child blames themselves. They feel unloved because they were abandoned. When the dad adopted her and considered her his daughter, she was overcompensating to heal the hurt inside of her abandonment. I grew up with abandonment syndrome too. My bio mom didn't abandon me, she died, but the feeling is the same. My stepmom was a mom to me since I was 2, treated me like I was her bio daughter, but it was never the same. There was always hurt and want inside of me for my bio mom, even though I couldn't remember her. My unconscious brain did. I found all this out in therapy years later. When my sister was pissed, I had to go to therapy and then discovered that I still missed my bio mom, even if I couldn't remember her. Penny is probably having the same abandonment syndrome. I actually agree. That's really sad. Yeah, they're the asshole. That's sad. That's sad. Okay, let's read this next one. Okay, this one's weird. Am I the asshole for not wanting to talk to my religious stepfather? I, 16 female, came out as lesbian early this year. Since then, my stepdad has been making a lot of comments about religion and how he thinks I'm going down the wrong path. He's very religious and believes being gay is one of the worst sins, and has been pretty open about wanting me to, in quote, find my way back to God. At first, I tried to ignore it, but then it became more frequent. He leaves Bible verses for me to find, tells me he's praying for me, and sometimes talks about how he's doing it all because he loves me. He's never yelled at me or anything, but the way he talks to me, it feels like he's trying to fix or change me. I've asked him politely a few times to stop bringing it up, but he keeps saying he's just trying to help. Eventually, I decided to stop engaging with him. I don't start conversations with him anymore, and if he brings up religion or anything about my sexuality, I leave the room. I'm still polite when I have to leave, but I mostly cut off any unnecessary communication. My mom says I'm overreacting about me and being disrespectful. She agrees with him on the religious stuff, but she also thinks I should be mature and keep the peace. I'm starting to wonder if I'm handling this all wrong. I don't want to make a home more stressful, but I also don't feel comfortable pretending this is okay. First of all, it's so hard because she's like still in the home and she's like younger than 18. So like I understand her parents wanting like respect and stuff, but at the same time, like, you can only push an agenda so much. You can't make someone change if this is what they've decided to do and decided to adopt. You kind of have to treat them with love, or they're gonna push the other way and do like really crazy things, in my opinion. Someone says, not the asshole. This is hard because you're still a minor and you live with your mom. Exactly what I was saying. But by pushing forth this boundary, you're doing the right thing. Wishing you luck. I agree. Someone says, why can't her husband be an actual adult, be mature, and stop engaging with this? This one says, since you're engaging on this forum, I'm guessing the fact that he's an asshole has already crossed your mind. Belief systems can lead to a special kind of assholery, though. So he's probably a more nuisance, entrenched asshole than your average. That was some big words. I don't even know what they were saying. Honestly, I agree. I don't think it was their fault. I feel like they're just being way too deep about this. This is literally, like, she's decided to come out, and that's already a hard thing. And people shouldn't have to, in my opinion, people shouldn't have to come out about their sexuality. Like, you make the assumption they're one way. They shouldn't even have to come out. They should be allowed to talk and do and date and everything, whatever they want. Like, I understand if you don't want them dating because they're 16. However, if they've expressed their sexuality, that's already a matter of respect that they've given you. Back off. That's my opinion. Someone says, you're not the asshole. When you grow older, you'll actually feel sorry for these kind of people. I agree with that. 100% I agree with that. Someone says, you're not the asshole. Keeping the peace is just code for letting him ruin your life. I agree. Keeping the peace is stupid. Things need to be talked about. Communication needs to be had. Yeah, this one is getting me heated. Honestly, it's not her fault. It's actually ridiculous. She's 16. She shouldn't even need to be this mature, but she's put in a situation where people aren't respecting her boundaries. I just disagree. Ooh, this one's good. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay my husband's credit cards? My husband, 50 Mel, is from a different country, and his family, especially his brothers, pressure him constantly to send money home. However, I, 43 female, am the primary breadwinner and the one who tracks our budget, including mortgage, loans, daughter's private school tuition, car payment, and monthly expenses. We don't have a lot of extra to spare. Actually, we don't have any extra to spare, but his family doesn't or won't understand that. They think everyone in America is rich. Husband and I have had multiple long talks and agreed that we wouldn't send money to his family without discussing and agreeing on it, and we would never under any circumstances use a credit card to send money back home. I opened his phone the other day and just happened to see that he had sent his brother $1,500 from his credit card. My immediate reaction was, I'm not paying that. I told him I'm not paying off his credit card and he can figure it out himself. He argued back that if his credit score is damaged, it will affect our entire household since everything is half in his name. He's also argued that he works less to be available to care for our daughter, and I'm breaking the marriage agreement and devaluing his labor. He has also had a bunch of reasons why his brother needed the money, but I'm so sick of his family taking advantage of us. I'm holding strong that I won't be paying the money towards his credit card and he can figure it out himself. Am I the asshole for not paying off his credit card? No. That's a marriage is like a bond between two people, and I'm not married obviously, but you guys need to discuss those things. That's absolutely ridiculous, and he showed no respect for you by, first of all, doing it behind your back, second of all, expecting you to pay for it. And you're the breadwinner. Doesn't mean you should have all the say and all the money, but if you guys don't even have the extra money to begin with and you're taking care of the mortgage, the loans, this kid's schooling and all that stuff, it's just ridiculous that he would do that behind your back. He needs to communicate that if he had the expectation that you're going to pay that. And if you guys have had that talk before, like, make it make sense. He's stupid. Someone said, not the asshole. You had an agreement, he broke it. That's called financial infidelity. Ooh, I like that word. Financial infidelity. I recommend separating your finances because this man will take you down with him. And it was said, period. He will take you down with him, and that's how it was said. You can keep separate finances for your marriage, but if things don't work out, legally speaking, debts and assets are for both of you combined. So in the story above, the wife says she's not going to pay his credit card. It's not the flex she thinks it is. When they divorce, she will be responsible for all his debt. This is why marriage is such a tricky thing. I agree with that. It's just hard. Even if they separate their finances, his share of the bills won't be available because he will have already sent that money to his family. See a financial counselor about this, but do not pay off his credit card debt. I agree. A financial counselor, I've never really heard of that, but that sounds like a wonderful thing. Someone said, been married for 10 years, nothing is combined, no joint account, as if. Said, except he is the one caring for the child, so the bills should be based off of percentages. I mean, to an extent, but at the same time, if you've had the communication that you can't afford to pay for your family in the other country, like, I just make it make sense to me. You can absolutely have certain things / bills in only one name when you're married. Honestly, like, most people on this forum just suck. I can't believe some people, like, money is such a tricky thing, and I used to work at, like, in a financial institution, and honestly, money's the hardest thing. When family gets involved with money, it gets so tricky. People are so catty, and like, you'd expect your family to be the best, but they're not. They're literally crazy. If you guys want me to do this again, please let me know, but like, subscribe, and comment for more videos. If you have any suggestions, I love to talk about it. Some more stuff that I'd want to do, some travel vlogs. I'm really into traveling, solo traveling, out of the country traveling, short distance weekend trips. I love it. So definitely let me know where you want to see me go next and what kind of videos you want to see. Love you, bye.